Your brain is producing toxic waste right now. While you read this, while you think, while you work, every thought you have, every decision you make produces metabolic waste as a byproduct. And whether that waste gets cleared tonight or builds up determines how well your brain performs tomorrow. Most people have never heard of the system that clears it. It was only discovered in 2012. It only runs while you sleep. And for most people, it is running at well below capacity. Here is what it is. Here is what it does. And here is what happens to your brain when it does not. The system is called the glymphatic system, named partly for the glial cells that operate it, partly for its similarity to the lymphatic system that clears waste from the rest of your body. Here is how it works. Cerebrospinal fluid, a clear liquid that surrounds your brain, flows through channels around your blood vessels. As you move into deep sleep, your brain cells physically shrink by up to 60%. Not a metaphor. Not gradually over time. Every night during deep sleep. 60%. This widening creates channels for the cerebrospinal fluid to flow through at dramatically higher volume. The fluid sweeps through your brain, collecting waste, flushing it out into your lymphatic system. Out of your brain, gone, your brain's cleaning crew, working the night shift. And here is what makes this remarkable. The 60% shrinkage is not a side effect of sleep. It is the purpose of sleep. Your brain does not shrink while you sleep despite the rest. It shrinks because of it. Sleep is when your brain actively restructures itself to make the cleaning physically possible. The most important waste product the glymphatic system clears is a protein called beta-amyloid. Your brain produces beta-amyloid constantly. It is a normal byproduct of neural activity. Under normal conditions, with proper sleep, the glymphatic system clears it every night. When sleep is disrupted, even one night, the clearing does not fully happen. The beta-amyloid remains. One night, you feel it as brain fog. 1 week, you feel it as persistent slow thinking. Over years, it accumulates into plaques directly associated with Alzheimer's disease. Today's fog is today's waste. This is not an abstract long-term risk. The beta-amyloid that did not clear last night is affecting how you think right now. The slow word retrieval, the difficulty concentrating, the feeling of thinking through resistance. That is not tiredness. That is metabolic waste that your brain's cleaning system did not fully remove. You are operating in your own cognitive residue. The glymphatic system only runs at full capacity during deep slow-wave sleep, which means everything that reduces deep sleep directly reduces your brain's waste clearance. Alcohol before bed. It sedates you. It suppresses deep sleep architecture. You feel like you are sleeping deeply. Your glymphatic system disagrees. Waste clearance, significantly reduced. Chronic stress and elevated cortisol. Fragments sleep, reduces time in deep sleep. Less time in deep sleep, less cleaning time. Sleeping on your back. Research from the University of Rochester found lateral, side, sleeping significantly improves glymphatic efficiency. The position you sleep in changes how well your brain removes waste. Quick honest question, when did you last feel genuinely sharp? Not just functional, actually cognitively sharp, where thinking felt fast and clear and easy. 1. I genuinely cannot remember. 2. Maybe last week on a good day. 3. Most mornings when I have slept well. 4. Pretty consistently. My baseline is sharp. Drop your number. Because your answer tells me exactly how backed up your glymphatic system currently is. Think about the last time your thinking felt genuinely fast. Maybe after a run of really good sleep. Maybe on holiday when the pressure lifted. The way ideas connected quickly. The way words came without reaching for them. The way problems felt solvable instead of overwhelming. The way your mood held steady instead of crashing. That was not luck. That was not a particularly good day. That was your glymphatic system running a full clearing cycle. Your brain operating without the backlog. Most people have forgotten what that baseline feels like. Because most people are operating on weeks or months of accumulated residue. That memory, however distant, is your brain's actual baseline. Not a good day. A clean brain. Now, before we get to what actually helps, I want to be clear about what is recoverable. Last night's waste. Tonight's sleep can clear most of it. Last month's accumulation. That takes longer. Years of disrupted sleep and beta-amyloid buildup. That is a different conversation and a more urgent one. But every night from here is a choice. Not perfect sleep, a better clearing cycle, that is the target. So here they are. 3 things, all based on the mechanism. First, eliminate alcohol close to sleep. This is the single highest impact change for most people who drink regularly. Alcohol feels like it improves sleep. It does not. It sedates you and suppresses the deep sleep stage where your glymphatic cleaning actually happens. 3 hours minimum between last drink and sleep. The difference in morning cognitive clarity is measurable and significant. Second, sleep on your side. Lateral sleeping position. Left or right, both work. Research shows cerebrospinal fluid flow is significantly more efficient in the side sleeping position. More efficient flow, more waste cleared, sharper brain tomorrow. One change. Tonight. Third, lower cortisol before the cleaning window opens. Elevated cortisol at sleep onset. Fragments deep sleep and reduces glymphatic runtime. Anything that lowers cortisol in the 2 hours before sleep, dim lighting, cool temperature, no screens, consistent bedtime, directly expands the window your brain has to clear its waste. You are not just preparing for sleep, you are opening the cleaning shift. Here is what I want you to take from this. Your brain produces waste every second you are awake. The only question is whether tonight's sleep clears it or adds it to yesterday's backlog. Every foggy morning, every slow afternoon, every week where your thinking felt sluggish and you could not explain why. That was a backlog, not a limitation, not age, not stress, a cleaning system running behind. Your brain has been cleaning itself every night for your entire life. The mornings you felt clear and fast. That was a full cleaning cycle. The mornings you felt foggy and slow. That was a backlog. You were not less intelligent. You were not less capable. You were operating a high-performance brain that had not been cleaned. The glymphatic system runs tonight. Whether it runs well is largely up to you. If this changed how you think about what is actually happening in your brain, save this video. Come back to it the next time you are tempted to trade sleep for another hour of work. Share it with one person who thinks sleep is optional and wonders why their brain never quite feels sharp anymore. Subscribe, because this is all this channel does. Brain science. Plain language, so you understand what is actually happening and what to do about it. And if you want to understand why your brain fog persists, even when you think you have slept enough, that video is right here. Watch it next.